Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this? They call it the podcast?
Morning Good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the air. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
All right, we're here with Adam Bramson. That's that right?
Yeah, Adam
All right,
Bramson.
fuck yeah. And Cam Stafford.
What's up, everyone?
Oh, that was so... What's up, everyone? You sound like one of those Disney Channel stars. Like, what's up, everybody?
like a
It's-
YouTuber.
What's up, guys? My name's Cam, and my life is pretty crazy.
Yeah. One
Sounds
thing I
like a
don't-
vlog.
Yeah. One thing I don't like is bullying. Were you, do you have any good anti-bullying campaigns when you were a kid?
Anti-bullying campaigns? No,
Yeah.
I got bullied like a good amount as a kid,
Really?
actually. Yeah, I got bullied a lot as a kid. Like elementary school years.
What for?
Too hot, too big of a wiener, too athletic.
None of the above.
You had that mustache in like
I-
sixth grade.
Yeah.
You're like, what's up, fucking?
Look at that freak
Tom
with eyebrows
Selleck
on
over
his-
here.
Yeah. Look at that freak with eyebrows on his lips.
Yeah,
No, my parents were divorced like really early. And
Okay.
I guess none of the other kids.
that's such a fucked up thing to bully someone about.
That's what they were bullying. me for,
Trauma.
man. Yeah.
Trauma.
They were just like, your parents aren't together, you're a loser.
Yeah. They were like, why don't your parents like live in the same like building or anything like that? Like they don't live in the same house. Well, one kid I
That
remember.
would give me clout at my school. Like my school, like if you were like a kid who's like dad died, you were like fucking cool. Or if your dad was like a drug addict or something, people were like, damn, that kid's got fucking edge to him.
Yeah, no, I wish it was like that, but it wasn't because it was an affluent area. Like,
Yeah.
I grew up in a pretty like affluent.
Same with
The
me.
reality
Yeah.
is like half those kids' parents are divorced now.
Yeah.
You were actually just first
I was
to
just
the
a-
party, and now you probably have less trauma because of it. You got it out of the way
Yeah.
early on.
I was just a trendsetter.
Yes, in a way.
You were ahead of the
Yeah.
curve. Yeah.
That's crazy they bullied you for having your parents are divorced. I
I-
got bullied a few times just because I'm Jewish.
yeah.
They'd fucking throw coins at me and shit.
Damn, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, free money.
yeah.
Idiot. Thanks for the allowance, guys.
Yeah, I never got anything thrown at me for it. Not for
Well, you're not a Jew, so you
Yeah, right,
you can't
yeah.
relate.
no.
You little Anglo-Saxon wasp. What are you? What's your religion?
I was raised Catholic.
I bet you
So,
were.
yeah,
buddy.
yeah. No, I'm a wasp for
Yeah,
sure.
and that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Were they what was the bullying like? Was there like they put things in your locker? What would be the thing?
No, it was mostly verbal. They would just pick on me, or they would but there would be like a group of kids, and I'd like look over, and they would point at me, and then laugh, and then like look away.
Did you have friends, or were you like the loser?
I had like 2 or 3 friends at that school.
And did they get bullied too?
Nah, they were all right.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really got bullied because I had a thing where I had like an older brother, so he kind of tell me what to say to people. So the only guy that bullied me was this one kid who was younger than me, and we both like weren't playing in football, so we'd both be on like the sidelines. And this kid was just so fucking good, dude. I guess it wasn't really bullying; it was like verbal back and forth.
Sure.
But this kid, he'd be like, "Can you stop talking? I could taste your dad's cock on your breath." And this guy's like fucking 12, just like ripping fucking crazy.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
I was like, damn.
That's a crazy line to drop at
Yeah.
12.
Oh yeah, I would always do the thing where I was like, "My brother's gonna beat you up if you keep fucking with me."
Oh, really?
Did he ever?
No.
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
what I
no.
thought.
Yeah, exactly. It never happened yet. But like one kid, I remember we had like a joint birthday party, and because we had like a mutual friend, so he wanted to do a party with Jack. I want to do a party with Jack. So they're like, "All right, we got to all do a 3-person birthday party." And I was like, "Oh yeah, well that's fine, but my brother's gonna show up to your birthday party, and fuck you up." And then the kid, I forgot what happened. The kid like cried or something. We became friends later, but
That's like childhood in a nutshell.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
like bitching about some stupid little thing and then be like, yeah, now he's my best friend.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was never like for me it was less bullying because like I was always just like, oh, I don't know, I had a crazy mouth when I was a kid. Like somebody broke up me and my 2nd grade girlfriend, and I was like, oh yeah, somebody should. Or I was like, I wish I could shove a gun up that girl's ass and shoot it. Like when I
Bro.
was like,
What the fuck?
I was a
dude?
crazy mouth kid.
No, so when I like kind of stopped getting bullied, and then my parents like actually pulled me out of that school like shortly after this.
Which one?
It was called
No, I mean which parent? Because they were
oh,
separate.
which parent? Country school, but probably the same thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe.
In New Canaan, Connecticut.
Yeah,
Very nice area.
yeah. No, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I didn't grow
my,
up
my
there,
high,
but
my high school girlfriend was from New Canaan.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
and
beautiful
she
area.
was- her family was loaded.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think she went to New.
Probably.
I have no. Maybe you know her.
What's
Maybe
her
she
name?
bullied you.
What's her name?
We'll beep that.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
will
know.
fucking
Beep that. At
I don't know if
4
I can.
minutes
Maybe
before
just
your 7.
beep the school name too. Actually, just
Who cares?
Probably not.
Doesn't
It
I
matter.
called
doesn't
out my
matter.
like high school gym coach last week. I was like, Rick Babiak's a fucking bitch. And I was just like, I don't know,
That's
he's probably
hilarious.
dead by now.
But
I hope not, but you know.
You never
Before
know.
they-
It actually really would not affect my life if Rick Babiak was dead.
No, you'd probably have a moment like, damn. So what do you guys want to do for dinner?
Yeah, it'd be a brief thing. Yeah.
there was a turning point when I stopped getting bullied, and I'm not saying this was the right thing to do in hindsight, but this kid said something like, it was something along the lines of like, your dad doesn't love you enough to stay, or like something like that. or to live in the same
Whoa,
house.
damn, he's getting.
And
like
I went,
the-
at least my dad loves me enough not to get cancer.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
That
Bro,
kid's-
that's fucked up.
Which is like, no, it's so fucked up.
Did
but
his
like,
dad die of cancer?
I don't know. I don't talk to the kid anymore.
Oh, but
like,
at the time he had
yeah,
cancer.
he had it. Yeah.
And he was like mad sick. And you were like,
I don't know how sick he was. I just knew he had it.
yeah.
And
Did
he,
your-
and he-
wait, did
and he
your-
threw the first
did
punch.
your-
so
At least
I
my dad
fucking
has
fired
hair like
back.
a real man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Did your
My dad would
dad-
go through chemo and keep his hair because he's.
yeah.
I don't know.
so
And
did
like,
your
I'm not-
dad leave you?
No, he didn't leave. No, we're
Oh, so
like, I saw him
chirp,
today.
the chirp wasn't even accurate.
No.
Your parents just had like a normal divorce.
Yeah, I saw him on the weekends and
Okay.
stuff.
That'd
Yeah.
be different if your dad actually was like a deadbeat who like walked out on your family.
No, he didn't.
But no, so in anything, his bullying was inaccurate,
Yeah.
and your bullying was so over the
It
top.
was so over the top.
Your
dude.
dad has
so
cancer.
over the top. Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
know. Is it? See,
But that was the one time that I fired something back, and then I
Sure.
just kids didn't say anything to me after that.
Yeah,
And
they're
I
like,
think it's because I hurt that. Like, I mean, that kid cried on the spot.
dude, you set the tone. They didn't want to mess with you anymore because you came for Cancer Boy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, hey man, Cancer Boy came for me. Okay.
And
Also,
then
don't
for-
call him Cancer Boy. The kid was fine.
Yeah, he's by proxy Cancer.
Yeah, but
Boy.
like, I mean, if we're talking about like genetics, he probably is going to get cancer if his dad got it.
I hope.
I mean, we
I hope he's
all
okay. I hope his
probably
dad
will
is
get it.
okay.
Oh, there's 100% chance I get cancer. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, it'll be from something weird. Like, I don't know. People are like, you're not supposed to reuse water bottles. And I'm like, shut up. I'm going to keep reusing water bottles.
Yeah, I reuse them.
I mean, honestly, like that's the number one way people die.
Is reusing water bottles?
That and cancer.
Oh, yeah, but that's barely cancer. Everything's
You know what I mean? It's like
cancerous.
everything's cancer now.
Yeah.
You either like die from some like getting hit by a bus, or it's cancer.
Yeah,
in
well,
my opinion.
yeah. And the thing I wonder too about this is like, has cancer's always just been here? We just didn't really know what it was until a certain time period.
Mhm.
Like, when did we discover cancer?
I'm not knowledgeable enough to answer that question.
Yeah,
but
it's fine.
I have to assume like back in fucking I don't know medieval times, they probably got cancer too. They just didn't have a word for it,
Right.
or they didn't know what it was. But like,
Well, and
whatever
people die
they-
earlier. So people
yeah,
die
they,
like spears.
they wouldn't have treatment for it. You
Right.
would like die at 40, and people are like, oh, yep, got the flu,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
actually
but it,
lung cancer or some shit like that.
right.
like prostate cancer, I don't think you can get that before like age 45 or something or 50.
Why do these doctors
don't
keep
know.
fingering my ass?
You got to get a new doctor.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or just
Or
keep
or
or
just tell
keep
me
the
who you're,
doctor.
just tell me who
Or
you're going to and if he's
sick
in my
doctor.
network.
yeah.
But yeah, like I don't even think they had the chance to get prostate cancer in the medieval
That's
times.
so sad. You don't even have the chance to get cancer.
No, they could get other ones, I bet.
Yeah, I don't know. We were probably like the three least qualified people to be talking cancer.
Yeah, but don't you
By
know how
far.
podcasts work? You're supposed to only talk about shit you know nothing
You're right.
about.
I'm sorry.
With a
I
lot of
forgot. I
confidence.
forgot we're three straight white dudes on a couch with mics, and we
Yes.
should be acting as if we know fucking everything.
Then you get held accountable and you go, "What are you talking about? We're just goofing."
Yeah, we're just
Even
it's just
though-
a podcast.
Even though I, Michael Good, am saying chemo is actually what kills people, not the cancer. That's what I believe.
And that is what Michael Good on the Michael Good podcast did say.
And
And his two nameless guests kept
His
silent,
face guest.
whose faces and voices were muffled the entire show.
Well, people always say that. They're like, the cure sometimes is worse than the disease. But nobody has done that with chemo. I'm surprised there's not a chemo. I'm surprised RFK hasn't gone on chemo
Bro,
yet.
I
But
saw
like-
so there are people that believe that. I saw
Okay.
this headline, and there's fucking crazy headlines that get posted like all the time. You don't know if they're accurate, but I saw some headline that was like 28-year-old woman dies from cancer after she refuses chemo and takes like 5 coffee enemas a day in place of it.
Oh.
That's honestly, I think like the state of misinformation we're living in now.
Yeah,
That people are like, dude, chemo's wrong. I'm gonna fucking butt chug coffee.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I
can't
mean?
Be better.
They're like, this is gonna solve some. She saw.
Also, cold brew or hot?
I hope somewhere in between.
Yeah,
you
cold-
know?
Honestly, like I've never had an enema, but like a maybe like cooled off right out of the maybe like a 5-minute cooled off coffee would be nice. Cold seems tough, but hot seems tough. So like I feel like
I it's got to be somewhere in between. I think.
I think the caffeine concentration in cold brew. I think you just have a heart attack if you butt chug cold brew.
Maybe, and then maybe that's why she died. It wasn't even the cancer at that point.
It was just too much
because
caffeine.
she was fucking doing coffee enemas. But I was just like, she got that info from somewhere.
yeah.
So some like crazy TikTok doctor was like, listen, do this and it'll save you. And she was like, I gotta try it.
Yeah, well,
And now she's dead,
but
which is fucked up.
it is. But
Well,
my thing
this,
is,
you know,
I always hold the people accountable. Though I am like,
yeah.
I am like, if you're a grown up and you're shoving copy up your ass, it's just funny to like blame. You know, what I mean? Like I get that, like if you're a stupid doctor, you shouldn't be talking. But I'm also like, that doctor like really thinks he's doing the right thing. He's like, if people do not find out about the Starbucks butt chug, then this world, he's like, I have information that will save lives.
Right.
So it's like, but then you get the other people that are just grifters, and they're like, yeah, you got to take my supplements because they're the best.
Listen, both are, partially to blame.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's kind of like you guys sports gamble at all?
No.
Okay. Or do you, anyway, it's like whatever. There's people who like put out advice for like financial advice, gambling advice, and at the end they always say, this is not like legal advice. Like I'm not advising you
Right.
to do this. Like they're forced to do that.
Yeah.
Like if these doctors who are not actual doctors are forced to be like, this is not medical advice, do not take this as medical advice at the end of their podcasts, maybe less people would die from butt chugging coffee, is what I'm saying.
That is true. I always have a hard time when it's a grown adult doing something really dumb. You know what I mean? Like it's hard
It's
for me.
they're to blame 100%.
Yeah.
The woman refused chemo.
Yeah.
This story could even be fake. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
could have gotten duped by a fucking false headline, but on the Michael Good podcast, everything is fact, right?
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't do your background research before this very serious.
You know,
podcast.
I found out I was going to be on this podcast at like 2 p.m. today.
Yeah.
And then I went to the gym, did the Stairmaster for a while after my workout, got really lightheaded, almost passed out, walked home, took a shower, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
And so in terms of research,
Wait a second. I have a
I'm
question.
operating at like 30% capacity right now.
Right, but he has headphones at the gym. He could have easily listened to some informational stuff.
Yeah, he
on
could
the way
have.
over here.
Dude,
There's a guy at home with 2 pots of coffee in his ass going, no! Watching right now.
bold of you to assume someone's watching this right now.
This is my kind of issue with this all. I don't think people give doctors enough shit for not making chemo look more fun. That it's the doctor's fault for not making the chemo look
Interesting.
appealing. It's like you could be a cool bald guy. You could audition for Lex Luthor, maybe. There's lots of,
So you're saying there
Oh,
needs
you're saying the after? I thought you meant the during chemo. I was like, they shouldn't make that look fun at all.
the
they should
doctors
be honest
need to
about
promote
that.
how cool chemo is, and that
Okay.
you're a nerd if you don't do chemo. So that the chemo
when you
PR
have cancer.
yes,
Yeah. I feel, maybe we just need more positive representations of chemo in media.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw a cool cancer guy in a movie?
Well, when you were talking about that, I was thinking of cancer
Deadpool?
movies.
That's a good point.
Deadpool's a great answer. I was thinking of that movie 50-50.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's probably the most like popular representation of in a movie. And then also there's that Kumail Nanjiani movie, The Big Sick,
Yes.
Mm.
where his girlfriend's going through cancer. There's probably a bunch of others.
Yeah.
But we need more positive representations of chemo in
Yeah.
the media.
Thank you.
Because it saves lives.
Yeah.
And it stops people from
Putting
butt chugging coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the supercharged Panera lemonades?
Oh yeah.
What do you think
I
would
used to
happen?
rip
What if
those.
you butt chug one of those? You think you
and
just
people
lift
said
off?
that they were bad, like really bad for you, right?
People were having heart attacks. Yeah, people were drinking like 3 in a day and then just dying.
What was in them that?
There's
Just
just a lot of
an
caffeine.
absurd amount of caffeine.
I think it was more. I think it was
Oh
like
my
300
God.
milligrams of caffeine or something like that.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's
And
why
that's
they
a lot.
Yeah, but that's why they shouldn't have discontinued Four Loko, because that was like the prep for real life. It's like you drink this much energy drink as a kid, and then as an adult, you'll need this much coffee to
The
get
Four
through the workday.
Loco, it still exists, but it's just like less.
It's just less caffeine. It's the same amount of alcohol. Yeah.
Mhm.
It used to
Okay.
be the equivalency of 4 Red Bulls and 4 beers. Now it's 4 beers. and,
my
like, 2 Red
God.
Bulls. Yeah, yeah.
You
Still
guys
pretty
ever
fun.
have that?
Oh, all the I
Yeah.
still. I think I had one like earlier this year.
Yeah,
And
I used to
but not-
shotgun
but
them
like
in
the new
college.
version, not the old version.
No, the
I
old
had
version.
one of the old version. Yeah, you
Really?
shotgun the old version.
I shotgun one when I was in high school. Was that the old version?
How old are you?
Did you butt
I'm
chug one in high
26.
school?
No, I didn't.
No, it wouldn't have been because when I was in 8th grade, they discontinued the old one, and my brother had one old one but I split between like 4
Oh.
friends.
So
I had, like one.
They-
Nah, it was the new
They
one.
don't. They
then.
don't continue making the old one though.
No, but you look up recipes online on how to make your own.
Recipes
Yes.
to make Four Loco.
Yes.
I feel like you're just like living on a different planet if you're googling Four Loco recipes.
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. Who would do that?
I mean, apparently Michael Good on the Michael Good podcast. I respect it's your life. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I just can't.
Well, people.
What situation were you like? Fuck it, dude. I gotta brew this shit up at home.
I am very much a retroist. What do you call somebody who likes things that were discontinued? Like I really want to get a bottle of Bacardi 151 because they discontinued it.
They discontinued
Yeah,
Bacardi
yeah.
151.
So I'm fascinated.
You're like
by
an
it.
alcoholic historian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it'd be so
Yeah.
cool to have a thing and be like, oh, you want the 2003 Heineken, whatever. Like that sounds
Sure.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
like
they don't
nice
make that
wines.
anymore.
It's like discontinued beers.
Yeah, they were too dangerous.
Here's a 1997 Modelo Light.
Yeah.
They don't make them anymore.
After 5 high schoolers died in a drunk driving accident, they decided this could not be on the shelves.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
so how far is a Four Loco from just like an espresso martini? Is that just like crack to cocaine?
Yeah, kind of like I'll make my own in the sense that I won't brew my own, but I'll like drink a malt liquor and take a caffeine pill. And I'm like, this is kind of me making a Four Loco my stuff.
Did you ever do those? Like, you ever drink a 40 and you ever go to college and have like the Edward 40
40
hands?
hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then there's a sidewalk slammer, which is when you drink half the 40.
Oh, my friends used to do that.
Yeah,
and put a Four Loco in it.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we used to
Crazy.
do those outside this Asian restaurant in New Orleans.
What
Called
restaurant?
Bachi.
Bocce?
Yeah.
Like a hibachi restaurant?
No, it was just called Bachi. They had like those
Wow.
little tacos with the bao buns around them.
What a
Called
misdirect.
bacos. Yeah, we would do sidewalk slammers outside and then throw up inside.
Oh, nice.
And they
Yeah,
liked
yeah.
that. They were like, "Yeah, come inside and puke
No,
in
we
our
just-
establishment."
No, but like they were packed every night, so they were like, I guess we're making money off
They're
this
like,
shit. It's
whatever, it's chill. They're like, "Hey, Cam."
Yeah, you don't always like choose your clientele as a restaurant. Sometimes you just get placed in a place. You're like, this looks like a shopping
Yeah.
center that'll have us. And then you're like, oh, okay, I guess it's going to only be 17-year-olds. But,
If
They
you're
were-
a cheap
yeah.
BYOB restaurant within a half mile of a college campus, your clientele is going to be the kids from the college.
Yeah, there was
That's it.
there was a hibachi restaurant like in my college town, and it was BYOB, and like as a team we would go, and we'd call it like keg bocce night,
yeah.
and like we as a team would literally bring a keg
Oh, that's fucking
to
awesome.
the hibachi restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, you know
And
what?
yeah, people would get after it. I wouldn't, but people would get after it.
Well, it's also weird too. There is a weird thing, even in New York, a lot of Asian places do not have, or I guess you could make it wider to just a lot of ethnic foods don't have liquor license.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like I've been to a lot of BYOB Asian restaurants. Like there's a lot of places where I go and they're like, we only do beer and wine. We don't have our liquor license. Or like, yeah, other places. I know an Indian restaurant that you can't buy any alcohol in.
What do you think about comedy clubs that don't have their liquor license
Um,
that are like BYOB?
I got mixed feelings on it because sometimes I show up and I don't drink much before going on stage, but I like knowing it's there. I just want to have a beer after the show, and I'm not gonna like ask an audience member like, "Oh, can I have something cooler?" But I mean, it is a thing too where it's like comedy clubs make so much money on alcohol that it's interesting to have like a space like that doesn't.
Right, but
It-
there are some of these like newer indie spaces
Yeah,
that are less like full blown establishments that are like, we'll forgo the liquor license. We're just gonna have comedy.
yeah. Well, also when it is a thing too where like a comedy club as a business model is like a terrible idea.
Mhm.
So the whole
Sure.
like don't tell model is great because it's like, hey, we could just make a comedy club like
It could be anywhere. Yeah.
So it's like this place. Like I did one last week. It was an axe throwing place. You know that spot, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is cool because it's like, yeah, you could make this a comedy club and they don't have to freak out. It's
Yeah,
like-
as long as you can put 80 chairs in here.
yeah,
Yeah, they let you
it's a
throw
comedy
axes
club.
at the comics if they're bombing. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's sick.
yeah. I want to know the axe throwing lingo. Like there was a guy there who was like really into axe throwing. I'm like, he's got to be like tossing the blade or like there's got to be some
There's
Yeah.
terms
definitely
they have.
words.
Yeah.
Grabbing the wood.
I don't think it would be that.
I think they
but-
call it that.
Yeah,
Yinging some metal.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
get to
Let's
throw
try and think of more, huh?
Yeah,
We're
no.
running out right now.
Gripping the
Yeah, dude. That was good.
I know a double-sided axe is called a bipenis.
A bipenis?
Yeah, it's like penis but with two ends.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Why'd they call
That
it that
second
instead
end
of
is
just a
doing so
double
much
axe?
work right there.
The what?
The second end is
Oh
doing
yeah, it's
so much
saving
work
people
right
from
there.
having
Yeah.
a bipenis. Yeah,
That's huge.
but
I think the reason a lot of ethnic restaurants too in New York City don't have liquor licenses is that New York's pretty unique because they're catering to like their own community usually.
yeah.
You know, like Chinese restaurants in Chinatown, white people go to them. They're not built for the white people.
That makes sense.
And I think that drinking is not as prominent in like other cultures like that as it is in American culture.
Yeah, I would guess. Like,
And it's just the cost and how long it takes to get our liquor license.
yeah, and like I can't imagine my native language is English, but I can imagine reverse it for them, and they have to do all this paperwork in Mandarin. Now, it would be like me trying to do paperwork in Mandarin. I'm like, I don't want to. Just bring your own beer. I don't want to have to. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably easier if you just do BYOB.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper probably for the customer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it could be potentially, I mean, actually, I don't know. I don't know if it's better business, but it's better for the consumer probably.
For sure. Oh, you save so much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes they'll also charge a corking fee, which saves the consumer money and still makes the restaurant money because you're basically
Corking
just
fee?
they'll charge
that they
25
uncork the
bucks just to
wine?
have someone
Yeah.
come over and just open your bottle of wine for you.
Why not just open it yourself?
You're not allowed to. There's a corking fee.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, they just make stuff up. There's like
Yeah.
a cabaret license too, where like you can't do shows at certain places because now it's a performance. I don't know.
Really?
There was a show I used to run that I couldn't promote it because they were like, no, we don't have a cabaret license. So like, just like tell people like on low key to come out and see the show. I was like,
Where was it?
it was Climate. They still have that place, right? Climate
Okay.
Lounge.
Like it's KLI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's so funny to think about an NYPD squad car like busting into like a fucking.
Are you guys doing
backroom
art
indie
here?
show.
Is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
performance art?
Wait, wasn't there a
You guys chasing your dreams in
that,
here? No.
that did happen though. What was that comedy club that got busted like a couple years ago? That didn't have a BYO, didn't have their liquor license or whatever.
Oh, probably 7th Street, maybe.
Maybe it was 7th. Yeah, it was 7th Street. It was right next to 7th Street Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no.
remember, like cops busted or whatever, and like you don't have your liquor license, and then the club shut down.
Oh, yeah, it's annoying.
And
don't
people
remember
thought
that
that it
at
was going to
all.
be like the next.
Spot.
Yeah, it was kind of like a sesh like spot.
Yeah.
I only had been a couple times, and it looked cool. It looked like it was going to be like one of those spots, but
Yeah.
it all fucking fell through.
Yeah, it's just I mean, jumping through hoops to everything in New York is like fucking insane. It's like everything's so hard to do. Like trying to become a cab driver here, I think it's like very tough to get like your medallion or whatever. Which I like the name of the medallion. I like the idea that they put.
Yeah.
Like
Well, everyone's a fucking Uber driver now too.
yeah.
I prefer taking cabs. Do you guys prefer taking cabs?
I'll take them just because like I don't want to. My Uber just won't go through for like a couple days. So like I will think I have so much money because like none of my Ubers have gone through, and then randomly it'll just take it out of my bank account.
Yeah.
But cabs immediately it shows
Yeah, you
up.
do it right there.
Yeah, but then I get very confused because I blacked out. I'm like, I wasn't in Long Island last night. And I'm like, oh, that's just where the cab driver's license is.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I don't know. I also feel like cabs are just less expensive than Ubers and shit like that.
They don't surge, which is cool.
Right. And I there's something about just fucking putting your hand out and be like, taxi! It shows up right there instead of
It
like,
does feel kind of powerful, yeah.
it feels New York.
Yeah, you ever have somebody you're out, who's out of town and you're like, I'll hail a taxi. They're like, yo, what? You're
Dude,
like,
You can just summon a minority.
I feel,
like here,
I,
you go.
I feel so masculine. Like my girlfriend always has trouble like getting a taxi.
Yeah.
I step into the street and I'm just like cab, and the guy stops right away, and she's like, wow, you're really good at that. I'm like, wow, I say more things like that. That's awesome, you know. So it's like it's those little moments where you're like, wow, dude, I feel powerful in the
Yeah,
city
yeah.
right now. There's something about hailing a cab.
What's the difference between hailing and hiling? Is it the same thing?
You know, probably not.
I think it's one letter. I think it's A versus E. I think
Like,
that's
they
it.
weren't,
It is hiling, Heil.
but is
and
that just hailing in, like, are they summoning Hitler?
Well, no, because a heil is
It
like,
looks
you
the
better
same,
blur
by the
this
way.
out. Is that
Right.
But if you're hailing
Leave that
a cab,
in. Leave
I'm,
that in.
I'm up like this.
That's what that's what the kids
Get
did to
me
me in
doing
middle
this
school.
at
by the way.
Adam.
Yeah.
Actually.
I've had so many.
Michael Good podcast,
my,
guys.
my producers thumbnailed people high-fiving, and it looks just like we're
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
But no, I think if you're hailing a taxi, I'm like open palm.
Right. No, of course. But I'm saying, like,
No, you go side.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not fucking
not-
facing
you're-
them and doing that. What Cam keeps doing.
But
You want me to stop? I'll
is
stop.
Heil
No. Do what you want.
is Heil
It's your career. I don't care.
Yeah. is does Heil mean hail in German? Like
Look
what,
it up.
What
Look
does
it up.
Heil Hitler like mean actually?
I think it means like we hail you. Like
But I'm saying, is that the same as hailing a taxi? Like when you hail a taxi, you're saying "Please, taxi, we like you," or are you saying "Get here"?
get here, stop right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's two different meanings.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what it means.
It means what?
The AI overview on Google says that Heil means hail.
Yeah,
Hail
in
means hail.
German.
But
Yeah.
are there two meanings to hail?
Yeah. Say where does the term?
you know what I mean?
Where
Like-
does the term hailing a taxi come
Right,
from?
is inhaling, like in the word hail in the English language, are there two meanings? Meaning one, like we hail our leader, master, and then the second meaning is like to command a taxi?
Right.
Or is it just one meaning?
I think in English, I don't think it's like specifically reserved for taxis. I think you can.
but I've
hail
never heard
anything.
anybody use it in any other way.
Me neither.
Oh, you've never heard like all hail, like
That's the other meaning.
yeah.
Right. So I'm asking, are there two
So
different
to
meanings?
hail means in English it's be whole or be in good health, as in like hail Caesar. And then
Yeah.
the German word is like salvation or good luck.
I think it
Okay.
means the same.
So they're
thing.
pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But I don't know. After
I'm
reading
saying
that,
is
I don't
there
know
a
what that has to
second-
do with taxis.
second meaning where it's like summoning something.
Yeah. Say where does the term hailing a taxi come from?
Yeah, and this is good podcasting, by the way.
Yeah.
When you're just asking someone to look up definitions on Google.
I don't know why I got. You have your phone
Hey,
too. I don't know why
no,
I got
no.
picked for this.
Jarvis, dial up hail taxi.
Because the word hail originally means to call or beckon someone from a distance.
Okay.
And it has become specifically associated with signaling a taxi to stop.
So did anybody
There you go.
hail Hitler but not Heil Hitler? They're like, Hitler, come
Come
over
here. Come here, I want to say something to you.
No, not hail Hitler.
I'm not hiling you. Come here, buddy. Okay.
I'm here
No, we
to
need to
told you.
talk.
I'm doing the opposite, actually. I'm here to say this is wrong, Hitler.
I'm gonna just based on the history, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say nobody did that to him. Actually,
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
I don't think
anybody
anyone told him.
Yeah, not
to
a
do
lot of
anything.
people said no to Hitler.
Yeah, which
in
hey, I
Germany.
wish more people had.
Yeah.
I mean, some people eventually did, and that's how the war ended. People were
Yeah.
like, "Yo, this is fucked up."
Yeah, but they should have done it earlier.
Oh, I'm not saying the Germans didn't do it. The rest of the world, well, not the rest of the world, part of the world did it.
Yeah, some of it.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Bad guy.
Bad guy. If you could go back in time and ask Hitler one thing, what would you ask him?
I'd ask him the Heil Hail question.
Yeah,
I'd,
Do you guys-
I'd have him
what's up with
settle
this
this debate.
Heil Hail thing?
I'd have him settle this debate right now so I can stop Googling shit.
People would be like, "That's what you wasted your question on." I'm really confused, man. I don't fucking know.
I would ask him his opinion on every race because we were talking about this the other day.
Mhm.
We were talking about like if a Hispanic guy wanted to join like a white supremacy group, it would be interesting because they'd be like, well, Hitler didn't really know Mexicans. So like he didn't really have a strong. So I'd be curious because like he was very pro Japanese. He was like because they teamed up. So he was like Japanese are superior, white people are superior. Everybody else kind of falls in different. But he didn't.
Was he pro Japanese or was he pro like Axis powers, like the Allies? He would actually say Japanese people
Yes.
are a superior race.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he was like,
didn't know
yeah,
that.
right below us.
Right below us.
Nobody in front of us.
Yeah. No, we're the best. And then the Japanese are pretty cool. But then I think Einstein was like on the other side of it, where Einstein was like pretty anti-Asian and stuff like that.
I didn't know that.
I mean, that's who he was competing with in math and stuff. So he was just furious.
I was
probably.
going to say, yeah, he was just,
Yeah, it was coming from a place of
It's-
insecurity, probably.
no, it was probably just like a, good competitive nature.
Maybe. I also would wonder this, like, so that'd be my first question. Maybe, but it is. We were talking about how Hitler was like part Jewish. Like, wasn't his mom Jewish or something?
I don't think that's accurate.
Okay.
I thought his dad was Jewish.
I'm fairly certain Hitler was not Jewish.
All right, then never mind.
It must have been. There must have been
The guy who exterminated 6 million Jews was not Jewish.
right? But I think there was. That is so funny. With everybody else being like, it was probably the Jews that did the Holocaust.
Pretty
They're
sure
behind everything.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure he didn't do that.
But I think that it wasn't him, maybe then, but there was some Nazi who they like some head Nazi that had
that
Jewish
had some
hair.
Jewish
Yeah,
lineage, and it was like
Did they know?
derived of like self-loathing.
Yeah, it was probably a thing. It
Yeah,
was probably
maybe.
like that. There was like a Maury or Oprah where they had a white supremacist and they found out he had like black ancestry and they just like really ruined his day.
That- that was their don't ask, don't
There
tell.
are 100% that happens.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
people have some sort of like
Mhm.
non-purity in their lineage, and it leads them towards a path of hatred,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah,
which is fucked up.
yeah. And that's where they're thinking. Where they're like, oh, if my mom wasn't Indonesian, I'd have a better life. And then now they hate Indonesians, even though they're part Indonesian.
Oh, so it's like a resent.
Yeah,
They
probably.
really
Yeah.
resent their
I'll tell you
heritage.
what, you shouldn't do this, but this podcast would probably get way more listens and views by the worst people in the world if you titled it "Was Hitler Actually Jewish?" like that would you'd find the worst corners of the internet.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, this is also how dumb I am. I thought for years I thought world wars. I thought they literally meant every single country was fight. Like I thought.
You know what?
Mexico-
I don't even think that's that dumb.
Yeah, I don't think
It's called
that
a
dumb.
world war.
Right.
You'd
yeah,
expect the whole world.
Yeah, I thought Eskimos were like stabbing.
If any, it's not
Mexicans.
even
Like,
fucking half the world.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty like self-centered for them to classify it as world war when it's
Totally.
like less than half of the. Not even like
What was it? 5 countries?
yeah, it's less than double digits countries involved. I mean, there's these countries have allies and shit. So
But there's like 5 main
Yeah,
ones.
but the Congo
thrown
wasn't
down.
like doing anything during war. I mean, they were doing other stuff, but they weren't like, you know what I mean? It's like it wasn't like there was most of I don't think what was Africa doing during World War II?
the point being, most of the countries in the world were not at war for the world war. So I don't disagree with you that it is kind of a wonky name.
Yeah, and it's like why focus on the negatives? Why not focus on the people that were at peace during World War II?
You lost me there. You lost me.
People who are on the sidelines
Yeah.
going, damn, that looks
You
tough."
had me in the first half.
I'm kidding.
That's kind of like when a team wins the Super Bowl and they're like, these are the best football players in the world. It's like, well, did you
You search everywhere.
Did you check?
Yeah.
That is really funny. Do we don't do a ton of
They go world champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, what are you getting? Fucking, come on.
Yeah.
The best football players are fucking in America.
Dude, I bet there's some big ass Austrian dudes that could.
yeah,
like,
and they play rugby.
yeah.
And they don't know how to play American football.
Yeah.
So like I will say the only it's interesting when people say this. Mike's just taking a little Zen break
Yeah.
right now. But
just standing in front of the
yeah,
camera.
that's okay. He's taking a Zen break. But there some professional sports leagues do catch a little flack or whatever, like when they say we're world champions, and it's really just like an American or a North American league, right? Like
Yeah.
like the World Series or an NBA champions say like we're champions of the world or whatever. Football, I think, undeniably, if you win the Super Bowl, you can call yourself world champions.
Yeah, because
it's
it's not time to teach somebody else to be good at.
it just hasn't spread to the other parts of the world like other sports have. Baseball, I'd say there could be an argument. I mean, Japan beat America at the World Baseball Classic, last World Baseball Classic. They had some, the best player on the team does play in America, Shohei Ohtani. But the point being, America or baseball is way more of an international sport.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe World Series is less true to its name.
Yeah.
NBA championship, when people say they're champions of the world, international basketball has gotten unbelievable, but I still believe all the best, for the most part, the best players in the world play in North America in the NBA.
Yeah, because they grab them from the other countries.
Right.
if they're
So
that
like
good.
when you go to the Olympics and it's like, oh, America, it's like, I mean, USA still won the gold medal and shit. Their team was fucking loaded. They should have. But it's more competitive than it used to be.
Yeah.
Serbia's making a good run. France is being competitive. There's some South Sudan, I think, had a really good team. But
It's not a surprise.
the best players on those teams play in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Wembanyama in France, Jokic for Serbia. It's like, let's be real. The NBA is still the fucking best league. They can say world champions. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because and it's also the thing too. Yeah, you couldn't. These people don't even know the sports. Like you could make a timeline where you teach them the sports at the age of like 10.
Yeah.
like other. Yeah, but it's like they yeah.
No, I think, dude, there's an argument that like other countries are going to eventually surpass America in terms of producing players.
Yeah.
But the reality is the best players still play in America
Right.
for those sports. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I mean, it's fucking crazy in the NBA. Jokic is Serbian, Giannis is Greek, Embiid is from Africa, even though he played for Team USA this last time. So Luka Doncic, Slovenia, like the best players kind of are not from America right now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Canada, but they fucking play here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you're not going to get fucking Luka playing back, and he's not going to move back to Slovenia and play there.
No.
It's
You
not going to
know?
be until another country has a program that's on par or better than America's.
Well,
'cause-
and has like
Yeah.
the financials to like. Is that a word?
Financials is a
financials
word, 100%.
Yeah, the financials to like you could become so fucking rich here. So it's like, why would you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what's interesting about that? So the fucking you guys are WNBA fans, right?
Big.
Big fans of the W.
Mhm.
Anyways, so shout out to the Las Vegas Aces. Do you guys know that? They just won it all. Yeah, of course.
I keep all of it up here.
Star of the team is,
Actually, I keep all of it down here, but
of course, Asia Wilson. Anyways, the WNBA for a long time, like they do not pay their players very well at all. It's like you'd be like for a professional athlete, you'd be like, what the fuck? They're not making that much. A lot of them, when the WNBA season ends, they play overseas in different international leagues and get paid more there.
yeah.
You remember when like Brittany Griner got detained in
I was
Russia?
just going to say, is that
Yeah.
why she was in
That's why
Russia?
she was in Russia. She was playing in a pro league in Russia.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's fucking crazy. You know, it's like they have to go to a different country
to get paid.
to get
yeah,
paid
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
In basketball,
Yeah, that's insane.
like you'd think that an American league would pay more, but they don't.
No. The discipline's crazy to me. Like the idea of just dedicate, like they're like, yeah, but then like, you know, next thing you know, you're with Grok at like a VIP club. And I'm like, yeah, but there's just years of you not having fun. Like, I don't know. It's,
I think that's how a lot of people look at comedy.
yeah, that's true. But like you
It's a
could,
grind.
you could take a night off comedy and go like, you know, go to a concert. It's not like, you know what I mean? Then
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then you're not going to make it.
if you take one night off.
Sorry,
yeah.
buddy.
all the greats talk
Sorry,
about their
pal.
nights off, Michael.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah. I know there's that new Jordan Peele horror movie where it's like a pro. It looks so unscary.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Okay. Finish what you were going to say.
Well,
I saw it, so I was, yeah.
he just makes. I don't know if it's just movies that aren't like scary for white people, but like every scenario in the movie, besides like the UFO one, I'm like, oh, this isn't like it's like imagine you're like a professional athlete. I'm like, this is not even a world I can even remotely put myself in for it to be scary. I'm like, I'm
like
so unathletic.
Professional athlete?
yeah.
No,
this-
agent, maybe.
Yeah. This movie is just would never be scared.
If something happens to a fan, that would freak me out.
Yeah.
There's some crazy fucking. There's like something does happen to a crazy fan in that movie, and
Really?
they are white.
Okay, now I'm scared.
Yeah. It was a wild movie. I mean, I wouldn't be like, yo, you go fucking see this, but it was kind of like a fucking trip experience, like an experience watching it in theaters. I will say Jordan Peele is getting like it's the worst reviewed movie from his lexicon, but
Yeah.
he didn't even write or direct it. Like he's a producer on it, and because he's a producer, it's getting labeled as a Jordan Peele movie.
Oh yeah, that
That's
sucks.
And
sucks.
it's really not his movie at all. I mean, you know, who the fuck knows what a producer does? Like, there's so many different labels.
That's why I have really weird feelings on Judd Apatow because I'm like he throws his name on so many things.
Sure, but he doesn't write or direct all those things. You're saying?
Yeah, or it's like he co-wrote with Seth Rogen, and you're like, all right, well, let's see what else Seth Rogen made. Everything's awesome. Let's see what Judd Apatow made by itself. Not really good.
Sure.
Well, a lot of times they'll just sign on as like a vanity producer, and it's literally just to have their name.
yeah,
on
it's
it.
like
They take a
supporting your
check.
buddy's project or something like
Yeah.
that. But I was like, dude, if I was Jordan Peele, I'd like do a press run and just where I'd be like, by the way, guys, I didn't make this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't even read it, guys.
I funded it, but it was kind of just like throwing cash at this guy, and he made this pile of dog
Look,
shit.
I think this guy's a fucking idiot.
yeah,
we need to get rid
he's
of
like, listen, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
It wasn't me. You know.
I just gave him the money so he would
Yeah.
stop
Do
bothering.
you guys remember Key and Peele? That
Yeah.
was me. Keep watching those.
My hands were tied. I didn't want to make the film.
yeah,
Key and Peele was so good, dude.
I think it's my favorite sketch show. It's just so fucking good.
Yeah,
awesome.
I think if you're, what are the other sketch shows you'd compare
Well, like
it to?
I think Chappelle Show, like you probably wouldn't have Key and Peele without Chappelle Show, but like I think they were still learning a lot. There's only 3 seasons, and then Key and Peele got to like work off like the backside of that.
Yeah, Chappelle Show maybe had like, I mean, it's tough because I think with Key and Peele coming out the time it did, with social media, it gave us like this like replayability. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watch Key and Peele like on television, but so many Key and Peele sketches I've also just see like on Instagram or Twitter or on YouTube and shit. They're so rewatchable. Whereas when Chappelle Show came out, like it wasn't even like I don't think YouTube was even around then.
No,
And
you
so
just
you
have
really
to-
just watched it when it was on Comedy
and then
Central.
quoted it in
Right.
the right settings.
Right.
When you're looking around and you're like,
with your friends.
I was Chappelle Show, like bro, some of the
it was amazing.
iconic sketches.
yeah.
Tyrone Biggums, the racial draft, you know,
It's
like
amazing, yeah.
some of the funniest sketches, but someone's here.
Yeah. We don't have a
Hey,
ghost
what's
here, by
up?
the way.
your eyes like shifted like that was your MK Ultra where like
Yeah.
a door opening.
No, but I love Key and Peele, dude. I watched Mad TV growing up,
Yeah, same,
which
yeah.
was, you know, where I mean maybe they knew each other before, but that was like my first introduction to Jordan Peele and Keegan Michael Key, and that was like my sketch show I watched growing up.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really watch SNL when I was like a younger kid.
I don't watch it now, and I've tried. And look, I put out 200 hours of bad podcasting, so who am I to point a finger? But it's really bad.
SNL.
Yes. I was like, it's made for 13-year-old girls, and not the ones that I was like. The 13-year-old girls I was friends with were fucking hilarious, and they were mean. And I'm like, this, like, if you took a time machine and had those girls in the writers' room, it would be like. And I'm not saying there's bad writers, but it's just like what gets made. You're like, I remember somebody posted a video of like Sabrina Carpenter sketch. They're like, Chris Farley didn't die for this. And I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
That's hilarious. I love SNL. And I'm a big fan, and I'm not just saying that because I hope I get cast one day.
Really?
No. I mean, like I truthfully, I haven't watched that much of the recent seasons. Like,
Yeah.
and I think same with with Key and Peele. Most of what I see is the stuff that goes viral online.
Yeah, if somebody
And so,
sends me something.
So, I couldn't tell you the last time. I don't often watch a full episode of SNL.
Yeah.
But when something pops up and it goes viral, it's probably like the best sketch of that episode.
Yeah, and they have
I
good ones.
I
yeah.
watch it and I'm like, oh, that was actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And there's certain people that I like on the show. Like I think Mikey Day is hilarious to
I don't think I know
me.
who that is. Which one's he?
He often plays like a white dude in a vest.
He's the guy with the Is It Cake show on
Yeah,
Netflix.
He
He's
used
the
to be
Is
on
It Cake
Wild and
guy.
Out.
Yeah,
okay.
I think you'd recognize him.
I like that I try to get you to describe a person, and I'm like, they're, you know what I mean? Unless he has like a purple hair, I'm gonna have no idea who this is.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think, I mean, Keenan's fucking all time.
Yeah.
I think Marcello's pretty good.
Yeah, they have insanely talented people on the show. I
Yeah,
just think that
yeah.
like something happens where like they're like, all right, let's make this like let's lean into the celebrity performances and make
Sure.
this like really marketable towards like teenage girls.
Did you ever
Like,
watch the Please Don't Destroy videos?
no, those guys are funny. Yeah.
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 Those guys are fun. I also think a lot of it is like NBC as a network getting involved in the writers' room and them just having a tighter leash than they did in like the golden days of it when like Chris Farley was on.
Do you think that is actually what happens? That they're like, you can't do that?
I don't think there's literally
Like censorship?
I wouldn't go so far as to say it's censorship, but there's standards that you have to like
And
submit
practices.
stuff like that too. Yeah. Yeah, you have to like even South Park has to submit to them. It's just that they get a longer leash
Sure.
because they're known for doing that and it's on Comedy Central and Comedy Central doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
But it was,
What SNL
but-
should do is what a lot of other shows and movies do is where they feel like Jackass. They filmed the whole portion of it where they were, or maybe even Wild Boys. Steve-O and Chris Pontius were in panda suits, just fucking hookers for like a super long time, and they were like, "All right, well, we can't put this in here." But then Steve-O, getting kicked in the balls, they're like, "This doesn't seem as bad."
Yeah.
Same with Team America. They had a whole there's an extended sex scene where they're like pissing and shitting on each other, and they only did that so that they were like, "All right, well, you can have the two action figures have sex."
So
you
what
think they
you're
went
saying is
overboard
do
so that
something really, really bad so that the sort of bad stuff doesn't feel as bad.
Yeah.
like when you
SNL
put
should
a
try blackface once a week, and then they're like, "No, okay. Well, you know what? This one doesn't seem as bad. We'll keep this
Well, the
sketch."
thing
with-
is,
it's like when you
you
put a
can't-
full-size bottle of shampoo in your luggage at the airport so they don't find the weed.
yeah,
They just
Wow.
take out the shampoo.
These are methods I've never heard of.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tougher. Listen, I'll just say it's tougher with a live show.
yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like you can't really like I mean, obviously you can decide what sketches you're gonna do, but you can't edit a live show.
Well, that's also why I don't like it because like they'll like break and everybody's like, it's so funny they're breaking. I'm like, no, they're failing at acting. Like in my mind, I'm like, they're supposed to stay at care. I don't.
If they break and it's that's the fun part of breaking is how occasional it was.
Some people
If it's
use
every time,
and I feel like this has been like publicized that some people have used breaking as a crutch.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
things aren't going well, they'll break on purpose and then they'll get laughs. I will say I went to SNL a few years ago, which was such a cool experience. And like anything, I think it's a lot better when you're in the room live.
And I think I just
For
don't
sure.
like live sketch. Like I
Sure,
liked
yeah.
Mad TV, but I think in general I don't love. I like digital sketches just better.
Yeah, no, I get that. There was, dude, the fucking like spectacle of it, like seeing how it was produced, these set changes, costume changes, like these big ass camera on the crane, like going back and forth between, because it's like it's a big ass set and it's not a huge audience watching,
Right.
and everything is just funnier live when you see how ridiculous it is too. Because when you're watching it on TV, I feel like it looks a little more well produced. Whereas if you're watching it live on a big set after they just like rushed to get in this crazy costume and then they're like acting like a fake newscaster or some shit.
Yeah.
It was really well done.
What's the makeup like? Because I remember we used to put on a play like in sixth grade at my elementary school because it would go to sixth grade. I left sixth because it was cooler, but sixth grade they do a big play, and then it was so weird seeing everybody afterwards because you see them in this big theater, but then you see them in person, they got all this makeup and shit on their face.
Yeah.
Did you see like the makeup and stuff?
The like, I mean, I wasn't, I was
You're
on the
probably
upper
still
deck.
right? So it's
I
probably
was on the
still far
upper
enough
deck,
away,
so it's still far away. But you see the makeup people go in during like commercial breaks,
right.
like rush over,
And, like, touch
do some
up or
touch ups
something.
and shit like
Yeah.
that, and then like you have, two people helping you with your cost. Like say like Bowen Yang, who's in like, I mean, I don't know if he still is, but he used to be. I feel like in like every fucking sketch.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I remember watching him. Sketch would end, commercial break, and then like two people would come over and be like, "Take this jacket off, like put this back on," and it was like a whole production. There were people helping them like get to the next spot. But no, I maybe if I was like face to face with them, I'd be like, "Oh, you have a lot of makeup on," but I couldn't tell.
Well, the crazy was, dude, have you seen that Sebastian Maniscalco? He wears makeup on podcasts.
Does
What?
Isn't that insane? He's like, yeah, it's like a movie production. So, why not wear makeup on? I'm like, this is crazy to go.
No, that's wild.
To go hang out with Bert Kreischer and be like, all right, let me do a little more eyeliner.
Put my foundation on.
It's so crazy to me. I don't know. I've also decided like I'm going to age and I kind of want to age, but I bet you so much of this shit comes from like management.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause you look at all these celebrities, they got all these like. There's the new Hollywood jawline that's like, it's
Oh, dude, fucking
Mulaney.
aesthetic standards for Hollywood are not what actual reality is.
yeah.
And part of the Maniscalco like makeup on podcast shit is probably because I bet more so than those other guys that he does podcasts with, he's more public facing in terms of like doing traditional press shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like Maniscalco's getting, he's going on Fallon. He's doing like all these, he does red carpets because he's in movies and television shows and shit. And in all those situations, he is wearing makeup because like everyone is, because that's just like, live television or you're getting makeup. And so maybe his mindset is, you know what? I don't want there to be a fucking stark contrast from when someone sees me on late night to when I'm on a podcast, like, with no makeup. Looking
Well,
like
I appreciate
shit.
that
That makes a lot
perspective,
of
but I'm
sense.
still gonna make fun of him.
As you should. As you should. You know what?
No. But that is an interesting thing because it's like it would be funny to see him like this.
You're punching up. I have no problem
and
with
then
making fun of Sebastian.
But it would be funny if, and then he, the next episode, you see him on a podcast, and he looks like 100 years older. Like that would be confusing.
That is what I bet
yeah,
his perspective is.
Yeah,
Because he's
yeah.
got to fucking keep his shtick up.
yeah.
As a lot of these guys, I trust me, you fucking see some celebrities out in the wild, they do not look how they may look
yeah,
on late night.
totally. Yeah,
And that's just the nature of the industry.
well, yeah. And I bet you so much management because you're like, why is this person? I guarantee you, like, your manager goes like, I think there's a spot for you in the new Avengers movie, but they're looking for somebody a little younger.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
you're
they
like,
definitely do
and then you're like, oh shit. And they're like, I think I might give it to, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. And then
But
you're like,
also,
all
I
right,
might say
jawline
that-
surgery, hairline surgery, Botox, and you're like, all right, now you're in.
yeah.
I might say to my agent at that point, like, hey, instead of me sitting in hair and makeup for an extra 2 hours every day, why don't we just CGI that? Like, why don't we just make me look younger in post?
Yeah, I mean, like,
If,
a lot of
especially
work.
especially in an Avengers movie where they're already doing so much of it in post.
Yeah, it's basically a cartoon.
yeah, I'd say that's more work. I'd guess that's more work. Like doing a fucking
For the production, yeah, but not for the
But
talent.
makeup also looks like when they changed
Yeah,
orcs.
practical is going to look
So much
better.
better,
Yeah.
like
and
the-
it's going to
Yeah, it's
age
definitely
better on
better.
film.
Yeah, like the orcs, you watch them in like Lord of the Rings, you're like, that looks incredible. And then you see like
Mm-hmm.
the animated one in The Hobbit, and you're like, this is fucking so dumb.
yeah,
Yeah.
completely agree.
I love how that's your comparison. The orcs in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's way better than when fucking Sebastian does his makeup.
Yeah, the orc
Look at this
makeup's
orc, dude.
badass.
It's way better.
Yeah, no. Well, like I think Thanos would look so cool if they put Josh Brolin on fucking stilts and like just like
Well,
paint his face
he
green.
did do. It's like motion capture, right?
What does that mean?
So, like on set, Josh Brolin he's fucking there acting.
Okay, but he's just got like a green mask on or something.
No, they
No,
wear the
he's
suits
in
with
like
all
a
the
black
balls on
fucking
them.
unitard, and it's got like dots on him.
Mhm.
And I think also he's wearing something, so that people know the right eye line to look at. So he's like
yeah.
wearing something that's on it because Thanos is fucking huge. And I think Mark Ruffalo did the same thing for the Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Which is
Um,
actually even more impressive when you think of their performance. That like they don't have any of that environment
100%.
you're seeing on screen around them.
Dude,
They're in a
being-
onesie.
Being a motion capture actor, I think is talking about Lord of the Rings, like Andy Serkis
Oh yeah,
as,
we
Go-
did
yeah.
that.
as Gollum. You watch the videos of him doing that, and he's just like in a fucking green screen room. Unbelievable. So you're right. I feel like there should be an award for like motion capture acting because they don't get enough.
Well,
They
then
don't get
and
enough
also people
love.
acting around them because they have to look at Josh Brolin,
Yeah.
the giant popsicle stick, and
Not
and a face of Thanos, and they have to like look at this and like talk to like nothingness basically.
Yeah, and
It's
they're
the-
like, no, not the Infinity Stones.
yeah, it's like basically you're basically doing porn acting, but you have to sell it more because it's just like such a ridiculous thing. Yeah.
Why is it like porn acting?
Well, because
Oh,
it's,
it's like porn acting.
it's just like well, because like you're
It's the Avengers.
because
I think you just wanted to bring up porn.
no, I don't watch that kind of stuff.
That's a Michael Good podcast, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Family friendly.
Nope. No, not a porn guy.
Not a Michael Good, not a porn guy. Everybody.
Nope, definitely not.
I actually never heard of it.
No.
What is that?
It's actually an acronym.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you have to say what the acronym is. That will put you on the spot. P.
People of righteous notions.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what they
Yeah.
are.
All
Yeah.
That's
right.
what that
People of
stands
Righteous
for.
Notions.
Yeah.
And that's an organization that does.
They're like a nudist camp.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So porn adjacent.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
What do you mean porn adjacent? It is porn.
You got me there. It's based on what you're saying. Porn is.
I hope that's the next like government arm that they did Doge. I hope they do porn. They just do ridiculous 4-letter.
Honestly,
acronyms.
I wouldn't be surprised with how the way this country is going that we have porn as a political party or some shit.
Yeah, he's head of porn. He just got appointed to the head of porn.
They
Had a
love
porn.
making up new organizations. It's like, why not just add other people to the other ones? Like, is the FBI and the CIA not big enough? You got to have like the
The porn.
The porn
yeah,
industry.
yeah. I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really.
Not
have-
to get political.
no, I'm just pretty divorced. There was something I saw that was pretty.
Don't bring up divorce around camera.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, dude. I will make fun of your cancer debt.
My parents are also divorced. I'm just less of a bitch about it. But
Someone's gonna be in the comments talking about how outlandish that was. I want to say I was 10 years old. Like I
Listen, it's all good.
didn't have great judgment at the time.
Yeah. You're figuring shit out.
I was talking about shoving a gun up a girl's ass.
Yeah, I think that's probably when people will turn it off.
Not these. I've said so much more atrocious things on here. It's they're used to it. But what's that? There was something I was going to talk. There's something political. I think that was like it was kind of funny. I don't remember what it was. I got mad about something today that was kind of stupid. Jeff Daniels of Dumb and Dumber is now on like an acoustic guitar tour, and I don't know why that just angers me. It just gets me so mad.
And
Like
that's
the
political
blonde
how?
guy?
It's not. It's not. It's not.
He's
That's-
getting all damn political with this acoustic guitar
That's
tour.
the blonde guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dumb and
No, no.
Dumber?
Yeah.
He did have a video though where he's just like, with everything going on in the world right now, what you guys need to do is come to Cafe Wah and watch me pretend to be Bob Dylan. And it should be just a guy doing his thing. But
You know what? He's at that point of his career where he's done so much fucking shit. You know, he's the big.
yeah.
You know, he doesn't. Wait. Jeff Daniels. Okay, I was thinking. Jeff Daniels is in. He was in that show Newsroom.
Yes, where he's like,
Yeah.
this was the best country. But
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. For a second, I was mistaking him with Jeff Bridges, and I was like, Jeff Bridges doing an acoustic guitar tour. I actually think that would be interesting.
That would be sick. Yeah.
Jeff
yeah.
Daniels, so much less interesting.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
Yep,
You
Yeah.
know, he probably is just like, you know, he doesn't have a lot of roles right now, and he's like, fuck it. I like playing music. I have all the money in the world. I'm just gonna do this tour.
Yeah, and I am anti-heckling, but if somebody goes to that show, please just keep asking him to do Dumb and Dumber, please.
Have you been around Cafe Wah since the Bob Dylan movie came out?
No, does everybody just?
Well, it's so annoying because it's just every idiot and their mother walking by Minetta Tavern going, that's where Bob Dylan lived in the that's where Bob Dylan used to take shits. Like
Yeah.
they're just pointing and they're like, oh my God.
Well, I was also talking to Ryan O'Toole about this. Just the that is the most infuriating thing in Greenwich Village, are the guys that think they're beatniks. It's like this is, you're not going to be the next Bob. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if I see another white guy with an acoustic guitar, I'm going to lose my mind. It just infuriates me. Unless he has like a scar on his
That's
face.
probably what they say about us. You're like, you're not going to be the next Bill Burr, buddy. Okay, you're not going to fucking.
That's fair, but I think the timeline of the
But
1960s.
but you're saying they're wearing a beret and walking around with a fucking acoustic guitar, and you're like, dude, fuck off.
No, I get yes, I get the parallel, but it's like we're talking about like Greenwich Village 4 years ago, not Bill Burr, but like other people. who've been
Yeah.
famous since
Versus Greenwich Village in the 70s.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I
much-
understand.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but I think
odd.
we're also no, we still got time. So
We're,
Do you have
we're
somewhere
10
to
minutes
go?
in.
no, I don't.
We have 3.5 minutes. What do you want to
We're
say?
talking about ghosts and your ghost experience.
Oh yeah. I've told
Ghosts.
you this, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, in my apartment, pretty sure it's haunted. I live in a building that used to be an old factory that probably didn't have like a lot
Oh.
of safety.
What type of factory?
Welding gloves specifically,
gloves.
which is really niche.
Where is it?
It's on it's on no one's
No,
gonna
say your
come to where I
address.
live. Yeah.
You could have just said
It's
the
over there.
neighborhood. I was like, you.
It's in Williamsburg.
Okay,
Yeah,
there
it's
you
so
go.
close that I was like I should say
Yeah,
it.
Also, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
With the metadata, they can find my apartment. You know, if you like record something, you can literally search it for metadata and just look up coordinates on it.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, it's I had no idea it was a thing, and then I
I
like,
hate
looked
that
into it. It's
so
like,
much.
yeah, if you don't like edit something properly and take out the metadata, like you could send a picture from your phone to somebody, and then they can like look up like, okay, one. If this is taken on my phone, everybody could just literally see exactly where I live.
I hate that.
Damn.
Yeah.
But
So tell me about your ghosts, huh?
yeah, so I moved in and I would hear I could hear my neighbor's footsteps in his apartment, and I could hear footsteps in the hallway, and I could tell where those were.
Yeah.
And one night I'm in my bed, it's a studio apartment, so I can see like the whole thing.
Sure.
And I hear footsteps in my kitchen. And I turn on my light and I'm looking at my kitchen, hearing footsteps in it. Nothing there. And that's like freaking me out.
Yeah.
I've come home to like cabinets being open that like I know I didn't leave open because I just don't leave open cabinets. It's
Yeah.
not something I do.
Yeah.
And then the worst was
There's a shit in the toilet. I don't take
there's
shit.
shit in the sink. No. I was like about to go to sleep one night. I have my head on the pillow. I had another pillow on top of my head. Because that's just how I sleep sometimes. And I felt
Like a pillow sandwich?
yeah,
I kind of like that. I do that.
I love it. I feel secure.
I've never done that.
And I felt try it out. I felt like a very definitive like press like that, like down on my head, and then not like a smothering me.
You
Just
have a
like
roommate?
no, I live alone. I'm in a studio, just like that. And I sat straight up and turned on the lights, and I went, "You can't do that." And then I just watched movies the rest of the night.
Yeah, that's
And then I saged the place after that and everything.
really.
Yeah.
Has
yeah.
everything been good since the saging?
It's definitely been more chill. I will say, my girlfriend came over with her dogs
Yeah.
the other night, and you know how dogs can like see stuff.
Yeah, do they
Like-
see ghosts?
I
Were they, like,
think they can
bark-
like
were they-
pick up on like negative energy.
They were like barking at the corner of the room or something.
They didn't bark, but they looked right at that spot in the kitchen where I heard the footsteps, and like
Yeah.
one of them just fucking locked onto it immediately. He's looking at it, and like the hair on the back of his neck is standing up. And I
Wow.
didn't even mention it to her. I just like petted him and tried to like shoo him away from that area. But I didn't tell her because I was like, she's not gonna go to sleep. She's gonna leave.
Your, girl-
If I
your
tell her.
girlfriend?
Yeah, I think she'd
So
be
she
like,
doesn't know about all this ghost.
I've told her about it, but I told her like it's fine now. Like I told her I saged, and then the dog came over and did that, and I was like, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not gonna say anything.
She's gonna fucking listen to this podcast
She's totally gonna see it.
and break up with you.
Yeah, she's gonna get 57 minutes in and go, "What the fuck? You didn't tell me about the ghost."
I like how the ghost is a spiritual, like you'd assume superhuman creature, but you just saying you can't do that. He's like, I'm sorry.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if that
Whoopsies. Yeah.
stopped anything. That's
Yeah.
why I saged. I was like, that couldn't have been enough.
Yeah.
No one's ever listened to me.
I saw my favorite thing I saw on like I got like clip from Ghost Adventures recently, and there's this guy sitting there with a bottle of whiskey, like a ghost hunter, and then he like takes a shot. He goes, I didn't want to do that, but the spirit was just telling me I needed to take another shot. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
The
Spirit's telling me to drive right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whoa.
Spirit's telling me I got to go to the strip club. I don't know what that's
Yeah.
about.
Okay, Spirit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was telling you the only like weird thing I've had happen recently was like it was definitely just some form of what do you call it when you have sleep paralysis? Like it was like some form of sleep paralysis where I fell asleep, or I'll tell what I had first because this really did freak me out for a couple hours. But less I thought it was ghosts. I was like more of my developing schizophrenia. I woke up to like a 911 call. Like it was like this, like over the radio. It was like there's 4 dead bodies.
Like you heard it.
I'm awake in my room,
Yeah.
looking for where this sound's coming from, and I'm looking in my drawers because it sounds like it's coming from my fucking drawer. And then I look, my phone's on the floor, but it's dead. Maybe that was like the last thing it played, but I'm like awake while I'm hearing this, and it was like fucking terrifying because I was less like, oh, is there a ghost? It was more like, am I losing my fucking mind?
Yeah.
But because I woke up,
But you could clearly hear it.
I could clearly hear it, but I woke up to it, so it's possible that it was one of those like just foggy brain, half asleep things. But what I fell asleep to is kind of funny. The last video I watched on my phone was somebody died on a Polaris on Kid Rock's ranch.
What's a Polaris?
It's like a motorized golf cart.
Okay.
And there's a 911 call I was listening to of Kid Rock being like, "Get over here, we need people." It's like he crashed the Polaris. And they're like, "Where are you?" He goes, "Didn't you fucking hear me? Get over here." He's like, this woman's like, "Who are you?" She goes, "Send
It's
somebody."
Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Okay? Now will you show some urgency?
Yeah.
It's Kid Rock.
He's like, "Give me a second." My name is Kid. Yeah.
I didn't want to name drop on the call.
Wait, so you were watching that on YouTube,
Yeah, and then I fell asleep.
and then you fell asleep.
And then
so
woke
I
up
think
to a 911 call.
probably what I assume happened. You could go the ghost route and be like, "There's a fucking ghost" or whatever,
Right.
or you're watching that shit on YouTube. YouTube does a thing where it just auto plays the next video, and because you're watching something where someone's like, "Call 911," there's fucking dead bodies. There's just gonna be a string of videos of people being like, "There's dead bodies," and then
My phone died.
your phone dies because it keeps playing YouTube videos in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
That's the
and it
last
just
time you-
died right as I was waking. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's probably either that or that.
I think you astral projected into Kid Rock's body, and you were having a first-person experience.
Yeah.
in his
You know what?
body,
Take away my
Look at-
logic. That's definitely what happened.
looking at the tipped over Polaris, going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it's definitely Cam's theory. There's no way.
Well, and I think my biggest fear is losing my mind. So I was way more scared of that than ghost. I was like, "Oh, I'm losing," because it was just so crazy to hear radio noises and not. I'm emptying out my drawers. I'm like looking through all my shit. I'm like, where the fuck is this playing?
You had
from?
like a fucking episode. Is
basically, yeah.
that's really your deepest fear, losing your mind?
Yes. I get very scared taking mushrooms and stuff like that because I'm like, oh, you never really get stuck like that, but people just become weird after that sometimes. So but my fear is like, yeah, but it's probably because when I was 14, I took mushrooms and thought I was losing my mind. So that's probably like a permanent.
14 is that's
You have
early
some-
for
you have some
mushrooms.
trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why, yeah, my biggest fear is.
You ever talk to anyone about that other than on a podcast?
Yeah.
No.
Other than-
No, I go to therapy.
This is your therapy.
Other than
Yeah.
two dudes with microphones.
Yeah.
Who's
For
more-
comedians, like therapy is just like actually telling the joke on stage to like 14 people and being like, I needed to get that out of my system. Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for being here. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was a ghost thing, but it makes more logical sense that either the thing was playing or also like when I was going through my drawers, it's possible my phone fell out. So the sound was coming from inside my drawer, but it's totally possible I knocked my phone off while that was all going on. Or
This was in here.
yeah,
Could have been one of your roommates just fucking playing something too.
that's totally possible. It was just weird because like I am listening and I can hear where the sound is coming from. It's coming from right where my drawer is,
You know
which is
what?
next to my bed. But
Out of all the options, I think it's what Cam said with this astral projection into Kid Rock.
likely,
Yeah.
likely,
I don't know how it could be anything else at this point.
no.
I think your nighttime routine of being like, all right, I'm going to start winding down. Let me put on police chases. Let me
Kid
put on
Rock
police
police
reports
chases.
so I can just mellow
All right,
out. Take the
time
edge
to
off.
watch Cops.
Time to watch body cam footage while I,
That's how
while I wind down from the day.
that's how he goes to sleep. You know, some people go to sleep with the TV on. He has body cam footage on YouTube.
He's got it in a VR headset like he's living it.
I'm a hero. We are over time though. What do you guys want to promote?
Cam, you can go first while I think about nothing.
Down Bad comedy show, not weekly at the moment, but we have shows on November 14th, December 3rd, and December 17th at Pub Key in the West Village.
Nice.
So show out for those. They're fun.
My name's Adam Bramson. I do stand-up comedy in New York City, mostly perform at the Comedy Shop. So just come there. Go to my Instagram, and I always post my
Yeah.
shows.
Both very funny guys. Follow on Instagram, and that's it.
Hell yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and fuck you, Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.